By now, you've heard a lot about AVI, the Actual Value Initiative, the change to the property assessment system that the City of Philadelphia is implementing. And it's only natural that you're probably wondering what it means to you. To help you understand why the reassessment was necessary, how the new property values were arrived at, and what you need to know about your property, we created this video. First, the why of the AVI. The fact is, Philadelphia's property assessment system has been broken for a long time. Some properties were regularly reassessed and kept up with changes in the market, while other properties may have had no changes for several years. The result was a system that was inaccurate, confusing, and unfair to many Philadelphians. Neighbors with similar properties, for example, might have entirely different assessments, resulting in different tax bills. Or properties that sold for very different prices could pay the same amount in taxes. In 2010, Philadelphia voters took action to fix this broken system by approving the creation of the Office of Property Assessment, a new agency whose job would be to fairly evaluate and assess all properties within the city. Through AVI, Philadelphians will finally have the tax system they deserve, one that is fair, accurate, and understandable. One that ensures that similar properties in similar condition and in similar neighborhoods will have similar assessments that reflect today's market values. Here's how the OPA establishes an assessed value. Evaluators determine a number of facts about a property. These include the size of the property, its age and condition, its location, and whether it's used as a home or business. To make sure these facts are accurate and up-to-date, OPA's evaluators conduct field inspections, get information, such as deeds and permits, check commercial sources, such as property listings, and even look at aerial photos of the city. To set the value for residential properties, such as single-family homes, evaluators analyze recent sales of similar properties, being sure to take differences in property characteristics into account. For commercial properties and large multifamily properties, such as apartment houses, evaluators examine factors like income and operating expenses, or the cost of land and construction. Once OPA has all the information we just described, evaluators can set the assessed value for a property, being careful to compare any given property only with others that are similar. Now let's look at your assessment notice. If you don't have it handy, you might want to pause here to get it so you can refer to it. As you can see, the notice lists the address of the property, the names of the owner or owners, the owner's mailing address, your OPA account number, which should be the same as your old BRT number, and most important, your proposed 2014 property market value. Please keep in mind that this is not your tax bill. That will be determined by the new tax rates that the Mayor and City Council will set this spring. Your notice will show whether or not you received a homestead exemption and some of the property characteristics used to arrive at your assessment. The notice also features a comparison with last year's numbers, including the total market value. Here you'll see the ratio used to calculate tax bills. A key benefit of the new system is that this has been greatly simplified. Before AVI, taxpayers had to multiply their property's market value by 32% and again by the tax rate to figure out their tax bill. But starting in 2014, you'll only have to multiply the market value by the new tax rate. Please do not use the old rate with your new value to calculate taxes. Whatever number you get, it will be wrong and way too high, as the tax rate will be set in the spring and will be much lower. Your assessed value. Starting in 2014, your assessed value and your market value will be the same. And finally, exemptions and abatements. This shows if any or all of the value of your property is non-taxable because of a 10-year exemption, nonprofit status, or other reason. Remember, the homestead exemption is listed separately above. We hope that this video has helped you understand not just your new assessment, but why this new system was so necessary. We realize that any change isn't always easy, but this is one that was long overdue. And waiting longer for change would only have made an unfair and confusing system even worse. If you have any questions or need more information about your new assessment, please feel free to call us at 215-686-9200 or visit the website you see on the screen.